Alright, so I told you before in my last video about my DNA and my rambling that I was going to go home and make stepping stones. Well, I never did because my husband decided he wanted us to go out since we had no kids. So that's what we did. So 2 days later, maybe 3, here we are. Anyway, so this is what I want to do. I've never done this one before. I found this in the Dollar Tree. No, I didn't. I lied. I found this at the Goodwill. It cost me $1. And this is a chip plate. And it is a palm tree chip plate. And I'm going to attempt to make a stepping stone out of this. And let's see how this works. So first, let's see. My table, I don't know if you can see this, is not even. I know. I need to make it a little even. I know you guys might think, well, it's not important, but because I'm working with cement, and it's going to be a stepping stone, I kind of do want it even. Let's see. Oh. That's helpful. Ah! Alright, I'm going to pause you while I work on this. Alright, I don't know if you can see this, but it is relatively even. So we're going to work on this. First, I'm going to be using Portland cement and just white plain sand. And first I'm going to use some cooking spray as my release. I don't really need to be doing all that. That's the side. Set that over there. I'm going to be using pebbles and those marbles that you can buy in any garden center, or I bought them at the Dollar Tree. I don't really like using marbles or anything like that. I really don't like that look, but I really want to put this stepping stone together, so I'm kind of just doing it. Anyways, whether I like it or not, I'm going to use gloves. I don't always use gloves because I like to put my hands in everything. Alright, the ratio for the cement, or the Portland cement is, it is 1 part cement to 2 parts sand. Now I'm going to be adding more than it's going to look like it. Because I'm just using such a small cup. I don't know how much I'm going to need for that. So I'm going to mix that up differently. So when I say 1 part, so if I add 8 cups of this and I add 4 cups of cement and I add 8 cups of sand, it's still 1 to 2 ratio. So as long as you understand that part. So 1 cup of cement. Actually, I don't think I'm going to need that much, but I already did it. Regular play sand, but you can actually use the dirt right out of your yard, or as long as there's no rocks and debris in it. Oh wow, this is way too much. It is not an exact science. I just want it strong. Looks like I'm going to be making more than just this today. Alright, so mix your drying ingredients just like you would. Give yourself a little bowl there. I will use, I have water down here too. So. Sorry. If you can see that. You don't want it too wet because it will end up being way too moist and hard time drying. Alright, now I'm going to push pause so I can mix this and I'll come back to you. Okay, so I have this mixed up. It's a little moist, but it's, you can make a little pie out of that, make a little ball. It could be a little drier, but it's going to work out just fine. Now, you always remember, don't add too much water, because a little bit at a time goes a long way, because once it's too much, it's done. You can always add, you can't take away. So, put this aside, and I'm going to set this aside while I prepare this. Take off my gloves when it's not necessary. And you do not have to be as messy as I am. I have no help. I have no control here. If I'm metal detecting, no matter what I'm doing, I'm the dirtiest person coming back. I clean the house in bleached out clothes because I'm going to end up a filthy mess. Alright. Clean that out. I'm going to show you what I'm using here. Now you can use anything you want, or you don't have to use anything at all. So I usually don't use much of anything, whatever I have. I never use these. So we're going to figure this out. Now, what I thought of was the base of the tree trunk here. I thought I would use these brown pebbles to give it some type of look. And then for the leaves, I would use a mixture. I don't know if you can see how green they are. The green and clear marbles. Now whether it's going to come out or not, I'll give you another story. Now, this is why it's got to be even. So let's see. When I set it, I will set it. Alright, if I don't move. If I don't move, we'll be okay. Alright, you don't have to be this exact, and actually it's normally, if you're on a level surface, you won't have to worry about this. I just am not on a level surface. Can you see what I'm doing here? I'm saying that in this mode, I cannot, okay. Better? I'm not going to show you this whole thing anyways. It'll time consuming. You want the flat sides down. That is unnecessary. I guess I can show you the whole thing because Try and keep it smooth. You gotta remember, it is a stepping stone. Kind of make it go up on one side. Let's see. So it's like a abstract, a realistic abstract for looking. Alright, so I'm going to just set this here for now. So that's okay. Now I was going to painstakingly put these on, but I'm careful. I'm just moving around my camera. I don't want too many white ones in the same spot. Not that they're going to be white with the cement background, but got to make sure. Look, there's got a couple random blue ones in there. I don't know how I feel about them yet. Okay. So I don't know that this is anything yet. Now these I want to be just some shadowy coconuts in here hanging. So I gotta figure out let's move some of these. Try and keep them flat. I got a brown marble too. Let's throw him in there. Now remember that as you build it up, you're taking away from the thickness of the cement, so you got to be careful because if the cement's too thin, it's going to break in those areas. So like these edges here, these are going to be needing to be having cement on them good, because that's the integrity part that you're going to have to worry about. Now, like I said, I do not know if this is going to come out. We're going to see together. Rocks are escaping. Everything's happening here. To be honest, I don't know. I don't know. Alright. Can you see this? So move it careful. Careful, careful. Because these things roll, and that's the problem. It's partly why you want to keep it even with these marbles. And marbles will roll. I hope you're getting a general idea of what that is. Let's see. Now we're going to add the cement. Alright, so hopefully we have a good view here. It's relatively even. I'll even it out when I set it where I'm going to dry it. I'll put this to the side. Bring up the cement. Alright. Now, you got to lay it on here because it's going to move. Let's start here. See how it's moving? And they go up, so some may have to move. So as long as they're not doubling up, if they double up, Now some of you might be able to do this way better, have better technique. I'm kind of effed, like I said, and these are the basic principles of it. And so far, I do lose some, but so far it works. And I try different ways. Now this is just straight cement and sand. I'll do the hypertufa ones. I like to use a little peat moss and whatever those little white beady things are, but you can mix it with other things. It makes it a little less, the weight is a lot. So if you kind of give it a, kind of work some of it down into this. The big boys, they have a vibrating table and they vibrate the cement and it's nice. I do the leaves too, but I don't really have any big leaves in my yard, so I did see somebody do it with cabbage. Just kind of bringing out all the air bubbles, letting it settle. The water's coming up. See that? I don't know if you get that visual of it as well as it is. I have this thing here. It's a metal ruler. My leveler. A little harder up here. See, I tried to do right and use gloves, but I just don't like them. See some marble here. I'm going to pick this one out. It may work, but why take a chance? These you can do with the kids, you can do it just for yourself, sitting on a rainy day, whatever it is. They're fun. My daughter likes to do them, and every one she makes, her dog is a part of. She's got to shove a paw print or his name on every one. I don't know what the heck she's going to do without that dog. Alright, so basically this is it, and I'm going to set it somewhere where it's stable. And I'll get back to something else. Alright, I'm back. What I didn't tell you was I went and I put that over on the deck because I know the deck is even, so I don't have to worry about that. And what I did do was, well, I haven't done it yet. When I'm done, I'm going to wrap it like in a saran wrap or just put an old plastic bag over it. That way it doesn't dry too quickly. If it dries real quick, especially in this humidity, you have a chance of it cracking. So you want it to dry slowly. So in a day or so, I'll pull it off and let it continue to dry and take it out. And hopefully we have one that looks halfway decent in what I had envisioned in my little brain. Alright, so this I'm going to try. This I have never done before, and I have been wanting to. And this one lady that I follow, her name is Helen Wyatt on the internet. She does these types of things. Well, at least she makes the vases, and it's that drip. It's made with cloth and cement. So I'm going to attempt it, and a little bit different than what she does. So let's see how it works out. First, I'm going to add water to make this like more like a slop, whatever you want to call it. water this down. Actually, now I went too far. You can always count on me. Not too much, too little. Get some of that out. Alright. Mix it up. Alright, so now I didn't cut up any rags or anything, but I do have these, and these are my dust cloths. And you can get these automotive store, any store. So not quite. I gotta get some more water out. Want it a little more. Need it thicker. So what I'm going to do here is pull it just a little. Okay, now this is a glass. I bought it at the Dollar Tree. It's beautiful, isn't it? But, and I'm putting it on this thing so, is that better? I'm putting it on this so when I do what I'm doing, it's room. Now, I can do what I did and use this. I think I will. Or you can add this. I think I'm going to do this. Just so I don't have to deal with a plastic bag. Alright, so there we go. And this is just, like I said, so it slips off a little easier. So you soak this in that, nice and covered. Look at that, in my face. That's where I want it. Okay. Now I'm going to drape it. What I'm attempting to do is make a vase. Make another one. I think I only have 3 rags here, so this is only going to be 3 layers. Okay, I have never done this at all, so I do not know if this is going to work at all. We will see. Now you can kind of make this however you want. I'm hoping, because I'm using a thin glass, and I'll show you why in a second. So I'm hoping that this is going to be what I want. That it's going to be not top heavy and fall over. If you have this on a Lazy Susan, you are a much better person than I am, because then you can just spin it without needing your stuff. Okay. So, I believe this is my last one. So I better make it count. I know, this is toxic. Do not try this at home, boys and girls. This is cement. I do this all the time, and I suffer for it. But I do it anyways. Like I said, I start off with good intentions with all the safety gear. I'll be crying later. want the top flat for sure. So pay attention to that. Hopefully my weight is evenly proportioned. Shape that. Pulling everything snug that way. Like I said, it's more the balance is what I'm worrying about. The weight is disproportionate and the bottom isn't flat, as you know, we're in trouble. So, for good measure, you know, you can do anything you want, like with this. However, I think when I set it up to dry, I'm going to put it on a bigger, taller pedestal because the drape is not going down far enough. I'll find something. Okay. So basically you get the idea. That's it. Well, if I do that, I kind of like that, the way it turns like that. It's a little different. We'll see. Alright. I'm going to push pause and I will be back. Alright, now the part that I built that thing for. See these beautiful little pink roses that I got from the Dollar Tree? Now, like I said, I've never done this, so I don't know if it's going to work. I'm going to attempt to fill these with cement. Like I said, you guys are all here for the ride. All 24 of my subscribers. Any of you actually watch this thing? Studio. Doesn't look like it's sticking. This may be a flop right from the start. Because it's like this plastic, whatever the heck, it's repelling. So, this is going to be a flop, and I'm going to tell you why. And it's the same reason why you can throw this cement on plastic and pull it off as a thing. And I should have thought of that before I ruined this beautiful little thing. Alright, so that's that. I will come back with you with a new idea to do with the rest of all the cement. Thank you. Alright, I'm back with a new plan. Now, normally I would not try and make a stepping stone out of something this thin, and where it goes out there, you see how it doesn't, it's not up, straight up and down, but I have extra cement and we're going to see how this works. So maybe I'll put this somewhere where hopefully it doesn't get stepped on. And again, this is something I haven't tried, but I got these from the Dollar Tree with the sun. It's beautiful. It's cute anyways. So I would not normally use tin snips, but I don't feel like going in the house, and they work perfect. So I was debating whether I want this embedded in the thing or if I want this to be pulled out afterwards and then used again, and then just have this raised and have the imprint of this on it. But it's only $1, so this time we'll try it embedded. We don't know that we would have been able to pull it out anyway. So I'm going to set this, hopefully centered. You can see that? That's what it'll look like. going to get a remainder of the cement. The heavy stuff, so. I did wash my hands. Time for them to be dirty again. You want to put it on the object you're trying to keep down first so it stays in place. There's a few others I want to try, and this works out. If you guys like these videos, let me know, because I do this stuff. Hopefully it'll inspire you guys. Just get out there and make a mess. Do what you want to do. What the heck? You're pleasing yourself. Your kids may make fun of you. Mine do. Mine are making fun of me because I have a camera here. Have to send them away. Alright. Just do it in a place where you can get dirty and nobody cares. I usually spray paint on the lawn. My husband comes home, sees the spray paint on the lawn. He's not happy with the hair. I have 4 dogs and a cat. I'm babysitting a bird. We do have fish. We have some toads, but not really ours. Alright, so I'm patting that down. It's really not that big of a deal. Again. There you have it. No, it's not done. Alright, that's it for now. I hope you liked this video. And I will, actually I'm going to pause it and I will come back in a couple of days and we can all see me pulling this out together. So if these are a flop, you're going to know right away if it's a flop. And I hope you get encouraged to try your own flops and not worry about it. See you in a couple